Welcome back to another episode in the Tennessee Titans franchise. We're in the first week of our first regular season, the 2023 season, kicking off against the New Orleans Saints in Caesars Superdome. So we are, of course, going to be the away team. A lot of things to do usually at the beginning of a new season. One thing that I wanted to do straight ahead is go to franchise settings and check the XP sliders. Because as you know, I always want to have a very realistic experience, which is why I will be going over these a little more. So we're going to leave the progression XP rate the same. Age progression, we're going to bump that up to 250 basically for the first 3 years, because these are the rookie years, basically the draft years. Players are sometimes in the university up until 22. If they're young, I feel like they should have a fast development. 23, this is still a time where you learn a lot and have an accelerated learning curve. And then at 25, I do think that it sort of flattens out. These are the best years that you can have as a player. So I do feel like these here should be a little bit higher than 100. So we're going to go with 110 just to sort of get all of these going here. 29 is the base, which for me is the 100. And after that, we are going to have a very, very sharp drop. We've got 80, we've got 70, we've got 60, 50, 40. And this is going to be a really, really the complete downturn here. So this is basically the amount of XP that is learned, and then we've got the regression. Again, looking at this, I think quarterbacks aren't really hit as hard. Halfbacks are hit quite hard. Tight ends, same thing. Wide receivers, same as tight ends. Fullbacks, tackles, guards, and centers usually regress a little bit slower. There are quality offensive line players that are just older and they just get better. Defensive ends, defensive tackles, very, very appreciative and tough positions. Mid linebackers, we're going to bump those up a little bit to 120, I feel like. Outside linebackers and cornerbacks, 150. And these here are going to be 120 as well. Kickers, punters, really slow. These are really not even impacted a lot. When you look at this here, I want to have the full regression at age 35 plus. Just think that is realistic. We're going to be going in 20 steps here. So it's 140, 120, 100 at 30. And below that, yes, the age regression is really slow down. I don't feel like we should have an age regression at age 26 yet. These are usually very, very good years. At age 29 is probably where the regression can start, but it doesn't really have to, so we're still a bit behind. But at 30, I think this is where the body starts telling you, well, now it might be time to slow down. What if I went for the complete 20? I don't know, that doesn't work. All right, now I'm going to leave it as it is. I think this is a good curve, and should also be a realistic one. So yeah, that was that setting handled. I wanted to take care of these sliders here, of course. Let me just also quickly check the audio settings, because I feel like that is something that we need to adjust. That was a little bit of a problem in the preseason game. I did hear a lot of noise, but I already set that. All right, that works. Good. Now let's turn our focus towards the franchise and the team itself. We are now in week 1, so we have to set the season goal. Here we go. Shoot for the stars or be conservative. I personally think that if we make it to the playoffs, we're going to be awesome. So this is going to be very tricky. It's still the same options that you have. I'm going to try and get 7 wins. That should be doable. We don't have a really great roster, especially with those quarterbacks. We have to be more realistic than probably with other team setups. All right, let's start with the opening day keys. It's opening day this week and a fresh start for every team around the league, and you'll be facing the Saints. What's the key to victory? I think we have to dominate on offense. Ideally, we establish a rhythm on offense, dictate the flow of the game, and get a big enough lead to make their offense one-dimensional. Obviously, every offense wants to be balanced. What's your main focus? It has to be the running game. We want to pound the rock. Solid run game is going to limit the opponent's possessions, and the longer we're on offense, the less time they have to score. It just makes sense. And we have Derrick Henry, so that should be something that we utilize as best we can. Beat the Saints rush for 150 plus yards. Focus your offensive game plan on rushing to help achieve your goal. Completely makes sense, doesn't it? So, easy choice right there. Next up, hire and assign scouts. This is something I wanted to show you. There's a separate video on how to download and use custom draft classes. I already uploaded one. How do you do that? You go to prospects and then you click L3. And I already downloaded this one. You can either download it right now, edit the draft class yourself, or import a local file. I've got this one. I might be re-uploading this as we move along because the draft file is still in progress and there's only rounds 1 and 2 in there. I think there's still a lot of work to be done, but this does look like a good draft class, and the creator seems to be going for a very realistic approach. So there we go. This is the draft class that I chose. What else are we going to do in the first week? Weekly strategy, upgrade players, of course. Manage staff is something that I definitely want to do. We need to get our defense sorted as quickly as possible. But before we add points there, I feel like we should add points to reduce the costs for the talents that we have to spend. So we're going to go here, player personal talents cost 10% less. We're just going to invest those points here because as we move along, we will need less points spent. This one and this one are the tiers that I'm going for. This here is then a refund option. This is a hiring option. So we're not going to be looking at these too much right now because I just want to improve our offensive and defensive coordinators. Good. That done. I think now it's time to take care of the weekly strategy. This, of course, is next. And how do we decide on that? I feel like we should get some insight into the opposing team. So we're going to go to the rosters and look at the Saints. First time around, I'm going to be doing that with you. From then on, moving along, I will be doing that off camera and just show you the teams. So here we go. Derek Carr, newly joined from the Las Vegas Raiders. He's the franchise quarterback here, 78 rated. Stardive trait. Nice hair, my man. Very nice hair. That is new. 16th best ranked QB. Definitely better than ours. But yeah, we knew that beforehand. I do think that he will have a good time in New Orleans. We've got Jameis Winston as a backup. Jake Hayner, this is a rookie that they picked as the third string QB. Running back Alvin Kamara, superstar. Again, I know him well from the Crusaders franchise. He was very, very good there. It's just really fantastic running back. Look at these stats here. 13th best ranked halfback in the league. Very, very nice. The second was Jamal Williams, and he's not that much worse off. He's an 85 rated. He's only a Stardive trait, but still looking absolutely dangerous, like a wrecking ball there. Doesn't have a superstar dev trait, so no abilities, which makes him slightly less dangerous than Alvin, but it's still going to be an absolute challenge to stop these two. Kendre Miller, a rookie at a TCU. Let me just check this one out. 2169 normal dev trait. Looking pretty solid, if you ask me. The fullback is Adam Prentice, always one that brings a chuckle. It's basically apprentice, so it's apprentice, which it's just, to me, this is just hilarious. Don't know what you're thinking, but I could die of laughter right here and right now. The wide receiving room, let's take a look at that. We've got Michael Thomas, we've got Chris Olave, we've got Traquan Smith, Rashid Shaheed, and A.T. Perry. Rashid Shaheed is from the 2022 draft. I don't know why he doesn't have a face, to be honest, but Michael Thomas, also one of the Crusader wide receivers, very, very good performances there. He does have the Stardive trait, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's 30 years old, 85. Nice hair graphics, by the way. Just a very solid wide receiver. Stardive trait also Chris Olave, way younger, but almost as good as. He really had a fantastic first rookie season. Traquan Smith, 2775. Decent Rashid Shaheed, I think we're just going to fix his face because I just don't like playing against dudes that don't have a face in game. Madden usually sort of adds up. Oh, I can't upgrade this. Oh, this is interesting. All right, good to know. Let's discard those changes. One thing that I like about EA is that they sort of upgrade, and with each upgrade and patch, they sort of bring more face scans into the game. I reckon this one will be added at a later date. Tight ends, Juwan Johnson, 2675, Foster Moreau, and Taysom Hill. Foster Moreau, nice story, by the way. He was diagnosed with cancer and then sort of left the NFL, and then made a speedy recovery super quick during the offseason, and now he's back with the Saints. Nice story. Formerly of the Raiders, now with the Saints, and recombining with his quarterback, Derrick Carr. Next up, left tackle, James Hurst, 3173, and Trevor Penning out of the 22 draft, very similar in overalls. I feel like James Hurst is still the better left tackle due to his higher awareness. But then again, looking at the age, I think Trevor Penning is definitely worth developing here. Left guard, Andres Pete, 2974, Nick Saldiveri out of Old Dominion, that's a rookie. Mark Evans, the second, another rookie. Definitely head scratcher. Andres Pete has the number 1 spot here, of course, as he started, but I think Nick Saldiveri not that far behind. At center, Eric McCoy, very solid center, 26 and 80. Alex Pilstrom, that is another rookie here with a 58 rating, pretty low, but again, maybe the main core stats are what really work. Eric McCoy, looking not that crazy good, but when you look at the stats and you look at his standing in the room of centers all over Madden, then he's actually one of the very, very good ones in the top 10 percentile of centers. Definitely to be taken seriously. Cesar Ruiz, right guard, 2476. We've got Calvin Throckmorton and Cesar Ruiz with 2476, looking very, very decent here with his start F trade 76. Plus, he's got very nice ratings. Look at the strength, look at the lead block, impact blocking, and awareness. Very good guard, and at that age, he will be developing very nicely, especially combined with the start F trade. Right tackle is Ryan Ramczyk, veteran here, 29 and 90. Lewis Kidd behind him, and Ryan Ramczyk is again start F trade player, veteran here, and second best right tackle. Look at those stats, very, very solid at the right tackle position. So I would say that this offensive line is a little bit of a mixed bag situation here. So we've got James Hurst, who's decent, I reckon. We've got Andres Pete, who's decent. We've got a solid center. We've got a solid right guard and a solid right tackle. So I would even say that the right side is a little bit better than the right one, than the left one. Sorry. Let's take a look at defense. We've got Cameron Jordan here, 3487, Jabari Zuniga. And Cameron Jordan, again, one of the players that we know from the Crusaders franchise, superstar dev trade player. At age 34, this will help him to stop regression a little bit, but again, very, very dangerous, very nasty, coming from the left side, second best left end at the moment. Of course, regression will work on this player. Right edge, we've got Carl Granderson, 2673. We've also got Isaiah Foskey and Peyton Turner. I think Isaiah Foskey would be the better player to use here on the starting spot. He's got 142 downs played at the moment. Hidden dev trade, the Notre Dame rookie. And that right edge position, really, really brutal player coming at us. Very nice, would put him at the number 1 spot immediately, and Carl Granderson should be the backup here, but what do I know? At the tackle, Nathan Shepard is the starter, but he's injured, so we've got Colleen Saunders, we've got Brian Bracey, and Malcolm Roach. Again, I would be using Brian Bracey here. This is another hidden dev trade rookie out of Clemson this time. One of the top D tackles in the 2023 class. Great strength, great acceleration, speed is up there. Very, very tough D tackle. So that edge rushing and D tackle combination not looking too nice, and the offensive linebackers, corners, and safeties not that much nicer. Left outside linebacker, probably a little bit of a let up here. We've got Antwane Orji. What a name. Maybe it's pronounced differently, but if not, that's a fun name. Anyhow, 71 ranked left outside linebacker, the core attributes are there. He's quick, he's got good speed, power pursuit are there. So all of that really plays into him being a good left outside linebacker. But yeah, when you look at the room, if you've got 60 rated players, this is usually not the greatest sign. At mid linebacker, Demario Davis, X Factor 3490. We've got DeMarco Jackson and Nephi Sewell, who is one of the Sewell brothers here. He was in the 2022 draft, already in the league for a year. Demario Davis with an X Factor coming at us at that mid linebacker position. Again, 4th best ranked mid linebacker, top 3 percentile, fantastic stats, very, very dangerous and truly elite due to his abilities. Jesus, the menus are really not very snappy. All right, let's continue working through this. So we've got the right outside linebacker, Pete Werner, 2577, Andrew Dowell. And Pete Werner is one of those that usually gets to me very, very quickly. I really do not like playing against him because he's just so quick. Plus, he really is quick on his feet. He can smack the ball down. He's hard in the tackle. So you can see this is really another dangerous combination. The left outside linebacker is a letdown, but the rest tough as nails. Cornerback situation, Marshawn Lattimore, of course, an elite with a superstar Dave trade. We've got Alontae Taylor here, Paulson Adebo, we've got Isaac Yadam and Ugo Amadi. No rookies in the CB room, but Marshawn Lattimore, definitely one to keep an eye out. He will be very, very dangerous. And looking at his stats, the 8th best ranked cornerback in the game will definitely be very, very rough on us. The secondary, Tyrann Mathieu, things are not getting much better here. The Honey Badger, 3191, behind him Jordan Howard, a rookie. But Tyrann Mathieu, certainly the player to sort of avoid in the backfield here when passing. 4th best ranked free safety in the game, top 3 percentile. Still extremely good despite having gone down. Not an X factor anymore, but it doesn't really matter at all. Strong safety, this is Marcus May, 30 and 83. An experienced veteran, Jonathan Abram, is the backup. But Marcus May, again, I also had him in the Crusaders franchise, and he was really, really good there. His age is not a problem. And 83 overall start of trade. Very, very tough and dangerous player. We will have to watch out for that. Kicker is Will Lutz, an experienced kicker with a high kick power, 98. And the punter is Blake Gillikin with a high kick power and a very good kick accuracy. So this was the Saints team. How do we work against that is the main question here. Weekly strategy is now on the menu. And what do we do about that? I feel like we have to try and just do our best. Defending the short pass usually works best when you're not really established yet, so we're going to be going with this. It is also the recommendation. Looking at the player health situation, we're going to go with full pads, of course. And as far as the defense is looking, I'm going to leave it like it is. I think this does work. We need to improve our starting lineup here. Offensive game plan, what do we do about this one here? I feel like the inside run is our best bet. We have to really push hard here. We have to utilize Derrick Henry and Tyjae Spears, who is injured sadly, out for 5 weeks, will not be there, but Hassan Haskins will be taking over as that position. And the QBs, we're gonna train the backups. I need to switch the depth chart ahead of the game anyways. Team profile, next up we've got a weekly game plan goal, and what will we do here? We will try and what do we do? Let's try and get 100 rushing yards. It might be tricky, but we're gonna try and get this done. Allow 30 points or less. Yeesh, yeah, I think this is a safe one. Let's get the 250 offensive yards. Let's try and get this one. And the head coach, what do we do here? Let's go for no sacks allowed. With 8 points, this is actually a lot. This is nice. Peter Skoronski, Will Levis. Yes, let's get you guys trained. I don't have another focus player available, which is sad. But yeah, not to worry. Let's start training. Alright, so as I said, I would only show you the training results if there's an injury, and there is an injury. The Nico Autry, our starting left edge, has a hip pointer, so I think he's going to be out for 1 week. There was no injury on offense. I'm just going to be checking down here so that I don't have to return, but this looks promising. All right, this looks good. So we're gonna continue now. Next step is we will be upgrading the players themselves, and then we will be setting the depth chart manually, of course. And after that, we're going to be heading into the game against the New Orleans Saints. So next up, upgrading the players. There's quite a few player upgrades right now that we're going to be taking care of here. Final thing to take care of now before we head into the game is the depth chart. We will have to set that. The first thing I'll do is I will auto sort it, and then I will sort of improve on that, because that is just always the way I think it should work. We're going to be using Will Levis straight away. I feel like it's just the way to go. Ryan Tannehill, I really don't know what to do here. I think that we should give Will Levis as much time as we can. Ryan Tannehill, of course, is a solid QB, but I think if we want to give Will Levis a shot, it should work like this. Ryan Tannehill is my second backup. Malik Willis, want to keep him around, of course. Running backs, we've got Derrick Henry and Hassan Haskins at the moment. Tyjae Spears is out injured. Fullback, Trevon Wesco, no questions. Wide receivers, also a good setup here. I think we could bring in one more wide receiver, probably. Tight ends, Chig Okonkwo, starter, Trevon Wesco, Josh Whyle. Very bad tight end room. Let me just point that out. We've got the left tackle, Andrew Dillard, Jaelyn Duncan. Left guard is 77 rated Peter Skoronski. We're going to add Brunskill behind him. At center, Brewer and Corey Levin. Over here, I don't want to see you, my man. I want to see Dylan Redunce. I think this is just the most solid way to go. Right tackle, Nicholas Petit-Frere, that works. At left edge, I don't want to really see Jeffrey Simmons right now. I want to see Naquan Jones. And Denico Autry, I know he's injured, but he should be the second one in the depth chart. On the right edge, definitely going to be using Jeffrey Simmons as the starter, because everything else would be crazy. Tier Tart, Tyler Sheldon, Jaden Peavy. There we go. Good setup right there. On left outside linebacker, we've got Arden Key, we've got Rashad Weaver. This is okay. Mid linebacker, Sis Al-Shaair, Ben Neiman, Monty Rice, and Chance Campbell. Next up, right outside linebacker, Harold Landry, the third. This is good, very nice. Sean Murphy Bunting, Christian Fulton, Roger McCreary, Caleb Farley, Elijah Molden, Chris Jackson. All right, that works for me. Free safety, Kevin Byard, Tyreek Jones, Amani Hooker, Josh Thompson, kicker, punter. That's okay. Let me just check the third down running back. That's Henry. And the power halfback is Derrick Henry as well. Can we use Caesars Superdome, the venue for today's game, when the New Orleans Saints are going to be playing the Tennessee Titans? They're going to be led by Will Levis here. Going to be facing David Carr here. Ooh, both looking very serious. And this, of course, Derrick Henry, number 22, our star running back. The Saints showing off their uniforms here. And here we go. I really like the uniforms that the Titans have. Dark blue and white. Here come the Saints, gold and black. Also beautiful uniforms. If the team would have been any worse, I would have thought about doing them. But as it stands, they're not really horrible enough. The Titans certainly more of a challenge. I would say it's a sleeper challenge. It's not one of the obvious ones, such as the Arizona Cardinals, for instance, because I think they're just the obvious choice. When you turn on Madden and you see the worst team, that's just pretty easy. Titans' third worst team, and there we go, 3-0. A field goal, our defense manages to hold them. We're gonna start with a halfback inside zone with Derrick Henry. I'm gonna try and unlock his X factor with a stiff arm and a turn, and we rush 9 yards. Will Levis gets his first First play underway. An inside zone, left-hand side. We're going to keep running the ball. Of course, left-hand side. Slight curve between the guard and the center. I need number... Oh, Jesus. Oh, lordy. The guard didn't move quick enough, so not really sure what Henry's so pumped about. But there we go. We've got a bunch of X factors here today. Hustle, players accelerate slightly faster than normal is the game day factor. We are the away team. So this means that we might have troubles. It's just smacked away. Pete Werner. Accuracy was good though. Titans draft class, only 4 players. Skoronski, Levis, Whyle, and Duncan. Probably could have done a little better. We're going to go inside zone split, right hand side. We're going to try break through, get past Demario Davis. And Peyton Turner for the New Orleans Saints picks up an injury as we only get 1 yard. This is going to be very difficult. Gun flood. Let's try. Can we get... Like DeAndre Hopkins has those weird routes. It's always the number 1 wide receivers that have weird routes. Beautifully done. Treylon Burks. He is the player that I intend to get going as much as I can. Form a fantastic duo, Levis and Burks. There we go. Very nice. Levis has such a high throw power. He's got 94 throw power. Absolutely awesome. We can work on everything else, but the power has to be there. That was nice. That was nice. Let's go the halfback slam. I don't think our offensive line is strong enough to really enable a lot of space there. Oh dear. Did you see that? It's just a lot of sleeping here. I really like the fact that we've got the refs running around on the field. That you can see the refs standing left, right, and center. It might not be a big thing, but it is certainly a feature that is going to add to the realism. And again, Pete Werner breaking up the pass here. Let's try another flood. Let's try and get Burks. Hopkins has an interesting route. I know that. There we go. Beautifully done. Stepping out at the... Where do I see the yards? Ah, there. 22-yard line. The top has been reworked slightly. Now we're going to go with the mesh spot. Derrick Henry is a distraction. I've got Okonkwo as my main target. Jesus Christ, holding on through the contact. And we move up towards the 9-yard line. First quarter will be coming to an end here right now. So here we are. We've got 4 rush plays versus 2 passing yards, similar. Rushing yards slightly better. We're going to try and push for a touchdown, of course. Let's go with an ISO. But it is tricky. It's not as easy as I expected it to be. Derrick Henry, yes, freight train, yes, all that. But he's no automatic first down. Here we go. Will Levis. Well done. And let's go the halfback cut. Of course. Let's try and bridge that yard here in the second quarter. Kabluey. Oh my lord. Derrick Henry stopped. I know that they're probably expecting this play, but let's go the double slant here. Let's try and get Henry on this pass play. Well done. Derrick Henry, first touchdown for the Titans in this franchise series in the regular season. Will Levis combining very well here. Beautiful job here by our running back, left hand side. A lot of space. Levis hitting his target. Come on, defense holds it. That is nice. At the 8-yard line, don't have a lot of space, not a lot of margin for error. But we're going to try and get this done. Okonkwo, Burks. Hopkins, of course, is the main route runner. But Okonkwo very quick off the mark. Getting into position well. That was nice. That was very nice. Inside zone, left-hand side run. I want to keep the offense off the field. That is the idea. Oh my goodness. 3rd and 1 turns into 3rd and 3. That was brutal. Let's set up a deep corner. 2-minute warning. We're in the lead. So that works in my favor, of course. And mesh spot. Looking for more, looking for Hopkins, looking for Burks maybe. And it's broken up. Oh, it's broken up. 4th and 3. That sucks major. That sucks. Ryan Stonehouse, come on, man. Let's get that ball way back. As far to the right as we can. Best would be out of bounds. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Caleb Farley missing the tackle. And they're starting at the 48. So this will be a touchdown. No two. All right. I'm gonna take it. I will take this. Not gonna question it. Chris Moore as my receiver. Don't like that one too much. I think I'm gonna be going with DeAndre Hopkins here. Very nice. We'll have a 6 and 9 hitting. He's a veteran receiver right there. And again, we're gonna go same play basically, but we're looking for Burks to go behind defense. Oh, this is not working. Slapped away. Slapped away, number 32. Tyron Matthew gets in between there. Verticals, left-hand side. Maybe Burks again. Those short ones are the ones that we have to go for. Stopped here. Injury timeout for Tennessee. That's Dylan Rodun's our right guard. He will be out. I do hope that it's not going to be something too critical. Halfback slip screen with Derrick Henry. Don't think we've got the rushing yards yet. So we should try and get that done. Let's go. Inside zone setup. Let's move over towards the right-hand side. Let's get the yards. How many did I need? 150, I think. And I don't have those yet. A lot of pass plays. So we're in the second quarter. Demario Davis was there. Number 56. We have to substitute Dylan Rodun's cracked rib. Not good. Not good. 22 seconds on the clock here, 2nd and 10. Let's look for Derrick Henry. I would like to ask if that was a pass interference. D-Hop or Okonkwo, 18 seconds on the clock. Yeah, stop right there. Pete Werner gonna call a timeout. This is gonna be field goal, of course, because what else are we gonna take here? 46 yards, Trey Wolf. All right, that might even work. Nice. All right, so we get a field goal, 10 and 3. As we get the ball between the sticks. And it's now time for the second half to start. 10 and 3, we're on the ball. Halfback inside zone, Derrick Henry. Let's get you running again. Stopped. 2 yards only. The offensive line is certainly very questionable. Don't even think that this is too much of a question if this is really working. Let's do a quick reshuffle here. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Off we go. And there is space. And there's the tackle. I think it was Werner again. 3rd and 1. But Derrick Henry so far showing what he can do. It's good to have an X factor on that position. Even if the rest of the team is as horrible as it is. But this is it. I want to make the Titans big again. I want to make the Titans a contender for the Super Bowl winner. I'm going to be trying to achieve that over the course of the next few seasons. On the Dolphins, I had, wow, what a great stop. That was beautiful. And Derrick Henry. Take it down. Take it down. But what a great run. What a great run that was. How many broken tackles did he have? Jesus, man. 93 rushing yards. This is good. Because that means that we actually will be getting closer to the 150. Off we go. Stopped. 2nd and 8, only 2 yards this time around. Seems to be very loud, Will Levis. Trying to understand his coach. I love the fact that they brought the percentage back. Derrick Henry has the battery 82%. This is just a clear indicator. In addition to heavy breathing. Dude, he just dropped the ball. Dropped the ball without any I don't know, outward reasoning. There we go. Derrick Henry. Love that. Love that. 4th and 1. If I go, I'm going to go for the field goal. I want to get the points. Oof, slightly towards the left, but we get the points here. Wolf scores. And there we go. It's 13 versus 3, which means we could suffer a touchdown and still probably get away with this. And here we go. 2 minutes 26 to be played in the 4th quarter. 13 and 10 is the current result. There's a little bit of space behind the offensive line. Let's try a boot slide. I'm gonna go for more. Almost caught by Tyron Matthew. Could have gone better. Could have gone better. Some of those run routes are looking quite complicated, to be honest. But as always, you need to get to know the playbook. And this is always the first season for me. There's always oh Jesus, man. Derrick Henry, 3rd and 7. The big question is, are we going to lose this game? Are we going to lose this game? Because if we don't get this one converted, I don't think that we have too much of a chance. If we get this one converted now, get a 1st down, certainly going to be in our favor. If not, well, that might be an issue. Left-hand side run. Offensive line looking tired. Do I have a clever play here? Let's go the flood. DeAndre Hopkins, not sure if I'll hit him. But Treylon Burks, and that is a hell yeah. Well, pushed out of bounds. Will Levis, 9 and 17 today. Not a very good rate at the moment. But I don't really care too much about that. I want to get the clock running. Shoving, pushing, stiff arming here. 2nd and 7. Timeout called. Zone weak left hand side. Derrick Henry again. Let's do that again. We haven't activated the X Factor yet. Show me some. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful stops here. 94 Will. Timeout called. I like the fact that the timeouts don't cause the screen to stop and don't show you the scores and whatever. Oh, here, Davis. Another timeout. We lose yardage. Not great. But we're gonna go straight for Demario Davis here. X Factor versus X Factor. And there we go. I felt like we could get away, but we didn't. 3rd and 10. But we've got the clock running. This at least is a positive. Let's go with this one here. Trevon Wesco, DeAndre Hopkins. A lot of dangerous players. Pushed out of bounds. 4th and 3. Didn't really want to step out of bounds. It's a good stop. Don't think that the field goal is the best choice here. Don't think that the field goal is the best choice. Tell you what, I'm gonna go for a run. I'm gonna try the halfback zone weak. 3 yards. If we get it, I feel like we can win this game. If we don't get it, then that is a problem, and we're stopped. Oh my god, we're stopped. Demario Davis blowing up that play. Derrick Henry stopped extremely short. Kaboom. Come on, defense. Defense helps us out majorly here. Jesus freaking Christ. Inside zone, left hand side. Demario Davis straight ahead of us. Davis, Jordan, Lattimore. Come on, Derrick. Let's get some stuff going here. Number 55. Gets through. Sheds a tackle. And I just know that we have not yet got the team that is capable of really managing games, managing opposing teams in an effective fashion. There's just not enough power on the offensive line to really help our running backs or even our other players to really get something from this. 42-yard Trey Wolf straight ahead. Let's get this field goal here. Just gonna wait till the clock goes down to 10. Slightly towards the right, but we're very close. And 16 versus 10 is gonna be the end result here. And we're gonna get the first win as the Tennessee Titans in the new franchise series. Game is over. Here we go. Coach Dreddeus can be very happy here. The Saints not a pushover team, and this could have gone very differently quite a few times, but Will Levis wins his first duel, his rookie debut versus Derek Carr. Player stat time, we've got Will Levis here, 91.4, 106 yards, 55% completion, not great, but no interceptions, that was important. The rushing side, 132 yards. We didn't get the 150, which sucks a little bit, but we're still better than this very dangerous combination here. For the Saints receiving, best one was Treylon Burks, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Chig, Okonkwo. Yeah, I mean, we did our best, but Derrick Henry was the only touchdown that we got here. On the defensive side of things, solo tackle leader, total tackle leader, Demario Davis. I mean, who else? Tackles for loss, quite a few. Sacks, to Jeffrey Simmons, very nice. Did we get an interception? No. I think they adjusted the size. You can now see way more here on this statistic screen. Derrick Henry. We weren't able to have the success that we had planned for, but getting the win is a good way to temper the disappointment. Yeah, fully agree. There's nothing to be disappointed about. Not every win is going to be perfect, but we're 1-0, and that's all that matters. I agree. Don't beat yourself up, my man. The entire team earned 1,000 experience points. That is good. I've earned 5 staff points. That's positive as well. We're going to take that. We can spend that very, very positively. All right, guys, we did pick up an injury. That's what I'm just seeing right now. This is not great. That's still Redunce, right? So Danico Autry out. We'll be back next week. We've got Dylan Redunce, right guard. He's out, broken ribs for 4 weeks. Oh, that hurts. Tyjae Spears, broken collarbone, 4 weeks. Not fantastic. Not fantastic, but okay. I wanted to see injuries to really shuffle the deck here. Currently, we are 1-0, so that is positive. Good start to this franchise, good start to the regular season. Next week, we're going to be playing the Chargers. It's going to be a very different game, even if it's a home game, but that's an elite squad and an elite QB as well. So yeah, hope to see you then again, and hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop me a like and subscribe. Always means a lot to me that you're here. Thanks so much. See you next time.